the latest with the discussions over the Lebanon ceasefire?
So you might have seen that the President's Special Envoy, Amos Hochstein, was in Beirut today, meeting with the Speaker of the Lebanese Parliament. He gave a press statement after that where he made clear that we have made significant progress and that an agreement is within reach, but it's going to take decisions by both parties, by both Israel and Lebanon, to actually get an agreement, and that's what we're going to continue to push for.
Okay, well, so, I mean, where does this leave us right now?
It leaves us that we're going to continue to talk to the parties to try to get an agreement. There are a number of issues. The United States, yeah. Amos, the special envoy, is the lead negotiator. But then the president has been involved at various times. The secretary has been involved at various times, and it'll continue to be an across the government focus to try and reach a diplomatic resolution, because it's critical to getting people back to their homes on both sides of the blue line.
Okay, and the main goal of this proposal is essentially the basic framework of what you guys in the French had laid out at the end of September, which is obviously a ceasefire, but also full implementation of 1701.
It is the full, without getting into the underlying details, which I know you'll understand, given that we're still negotiating this potential resolution. We want to see the full implementation of UN Security Council Resolution 1701, so both Israelis and Lebanese civilians can return to their homes.
What I'm getting at is that this proposal, or what he was over there discussing with the Lebanese and is apparently going to Israel to discuss with the Israelis, is essentially the same as what you had on the table before. Is that correct or no?
So I'm going to answer that by saying, obviously, in the course of negotiations, proposals always evolve, because it's a conversation that happens between the relevant parties and us as the mediator. So the proposal that is on the table right now is not identical to the proposal that was on the table 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago. But the overall framework that we're trying to reach is, yes, full implementation of UN Security Council Resolution 1701.
All right, thanks.
Mary.
This might be a bizarre question, but do you know why he's...
I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised by that.
Do you know why he is more optimistic than before? The reason I ask this is, we've been here many, many times with Gaza ceasefire. What is the concrete progress that you guys have made that you think you're on the cusp of it this time?
So I'm not going to speak to the underlying details, which I'd have to tell you where the assessment comes from. But obviously, when we come out and give you an assessment about where negotiations stand, it's based on our conversations with the parties. And so he can make the kind of statement he made. I can make the kind of statement I made yesterday when I noted that we had made progress, because we are in conversation with the parties and we can see that we have overcome some of the obstacles to getting a resolution. But there's more to be done, and we need an agreement from the parties. But we are working to accomplish that. We want to get one done as soon as possible.
Can you put a timeline at all?
No, I can't do that.
It is our understanding that the United States has agreed to the Israeli condition that when it's struck by Hezbollah from across the border in Lebanon, that it reserves the right to go in and attack those targets. Is that correct?
I'm not going to speak to any underlying details of the agreement, which is not to either confirm or not confirm, just to say when it comes to any underlying details of this resolution that we are trying to reach, while we are still in the negotiating stages, I don't think it would be helpful for me to be talking about what the details are publicly.
Right.